So I just fed the herd today. Everyone's happy, or so it seems. Very satisfied. Just want to take a second and roll through here. It's quiet. Turn the tractor off so there's not a lot of that noise going on. Pretty peaceful. Actually, it's quite a muddy day. It's been raining off and on. Kind of a constant mist since we got a bunch of rain last week. And no doubt we're seeing a lot of mud from that. So that's just something we have to work through. We kind of talked about that in another one of my videos. A bunch of calves here we've got. It's a bigger one here. 250, 275, maybe pushing 3. Good sized calf. We're gonna have to pull that one off soon. Some really good hay here. Everybody's really liking this. This rolled out a good 40 feet here, another 50 feet up there, and then up on the hill probably another 40, 50 feet as well. Or rather another 100 feet here probably. Let's take a look and see how they're doing over here. Oops, spooked those guys. You know, I try to keep a pretty calm demeanor around the cattle. That's always a good rule of thumb, is to try to stay calm around your cattle. Cattle get excited, they start running all over the place, and can't do anything with them when you have to get them up to work them or work on them, or as you're working around them. It's just not good when they get all crazy and excited. And every once in a while you'll spook them, and that's okay, but most of the time you want to talk gently around them. You want to be calm, you want to remain calm. You know, I knew a lot of farmers, and even my family did it growing up. You know, when you get cattle up to work them, everybody's yelling and hooping and hollering and raising arms, and sometimes you got to chase them in and out of places. But you know, if you're calm with them, be patient with them. You know, I understand times a thing. Sometimes you're in a crunch and you're pressed for time, and you've got to get them in someplace, out of someplace, but that's where planning comes in. Really just time management. Make sure you had enough time to do what you got to do, and just take the time with them and be patient with them. If you've worked with your cows for any amount of time, you'll see that they become used to the routine of what you have to do, even if it's spaced out over a few months at a time, such as when we're moving the cattle around or something like that, from pasture to pasture, doing the rotation of grazing in the summer, spring and summer and fall. Or if when you're getting them in to work the cattle, they kind of know what they need to do after you've done it a few times with the cows. And what usually happens is the calves will tend to follow along, and you'll have some that don't occasionally, but for the most part they're pretty cooperative. So just you know, be patient with the cattle, and I think it'll always turn out well. Sometimes I like to leave a core. That's probably about an 18-inch core there for the cattle to just be able to enjoy. They like to gather around that. Yes, honestly, there might be a little waste around, you know, where they're walking and stuff, but you know, the way I see it is that they're really not wasting the hay. Yes, they will step on some of it. They're going to do that if you put it out in bats and separate it. If you put it up in a hay feeder, you put it in a hay ring, and you're going to waste a lot of hay, in a sense. But honestly, even then, you know, other than leaving those big rings, those halos in the middle of the field, you are actually sowing back into the ground some of this good seed from hay. And I feed all over the place. There's where we fed today, all up through here, of course through here, and you know, we just take it and use it to sow back into the ground whatever they don't eat. I don't have a huge problem with them stomping some back in the ground. I know they get enough hay. I know they get enough of food for the winter. They get enough nutrition. At some point pretty soon we'll supplement them with some protein blocks, and so they'll have those in addition to hay, and they'll have plenty to eat. So there's always plenty for them to eat. It's just a matter of understanding that that goes right back into the ground, that good carbon, it goes right back into the ground to help grow for the next year, to help reseed in some sense. I mean, think about a site, a house site. You know, they're building a house and they've got the ground cleared, and you know, it's just dirt. They go in there, what do? They sow seed. Next thing they do is what? They put hay all over the place, you know, unless you're putting sod down, you know, and it protects the seed, keeps the birds from grabbing some of it, but it protects the seed, creates that environment for the seed to grow, and it does a really good thing, and it works. And that's kind of what's happening on the farm, is you're just seeding back into the ground, and that's always a good thing. So I don't see it as a bad thing for them to be on the hay a little bit. Yes, they're standing on it, even right there, you know. That's okay. It's a good looking cow there. So we do this all over the farm, like I was saying. Roll the hay out everywhere, and what happens is you have just that much more grass, I believe, that grows back in the spring and the summer for rotational grazing, which we graze them on a rotation around here. Everywhere they are right now, they will graze during the summer. And so this is what we've been doing today. A little feeding. Here we are, coming up on the middle of December. Actually, not a bad day. I'm in a hoodie and a t-shirt, really. A little under 50 degrees and plenty warm, so I'll take it. You know, I know the harder winter's coming, so we'll take the good days when they come, take advantage of them, do what we can, and go from there. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.